This is an overview on how to change the kegs and the beer inventory on our apps. Before you change the keg, you're going to hit on the tablet on the cooler the Bar Track app. This is what monitors all of our inventory. Once this loads, we're going to use our sloop, for example. Let's pretend that this was out and the bartenders told you it was out. You would click on the item, you would select change keg. The bar manager has the new keg already in place, and up at the top here, you'd see change, and then you hit correct, and it would change the keg. I'm not going to do that right now because we're live. That's your first step. The second step is to go into our point of sale. Now, if it's a like keg for a like keg, a Guinness for a Guinness, for example, that's all you need to do. But when it does change the style or the brewery, you're going to enter in your number as the bar number. And you can do it multiple ways, but go into a quick order. There's bar server here, and there's bar normal. Either one is fine to start with. You're going to go to draft beer, and what you would do is you would go to the sloop. Where did I see it here? Sloop, click and hold, enter quick edit. Mark that as out of stock. That way nobody can ring it in and ring in the wrong beers. We're going to apply or done, save and continue. And then we're going to find the beer that we switched out to, which is another Sloop Pixie Dust. Click and hold, enter quick edit, putting that in stock. Click apply. Now we can also click and hold, and we can go to that Sloop, and we can move that to where the other Sloop used to be. So if we wanted to move that around, we could. I'm not going to do it now because we're live, and I would move the 86th Sloop down to the bottom of the list. Once that's done, I go into the other menu, the normal, and I make the same rotation change. The 86 is already carrying through and they're bringing it back in, but just moving the buttons would be done in both spots. When happy hour menu goes live, the bartender would have to make the change on the happy hour menu, as we have our drafts in 3 separate locations. So first we changed it in our bar track. Now we changed it in this system so everything is mapped properly. And again, this is all before we've changed our keg. We're going to go into Untapped, which is what we have for the beer screens. And we're going to select drafts. We have on now and on deck. On deck, you can see, is what's hidden from everybody, but these are where all of the queued beers similar to the Bar Track app live. So they're already pre-programmed for you. You go to on deck, you find the Sloop, wherever we have it here. You can also just type in Sloop, click on it, and in the top right we have these 3 dots, and we're going to replace. And for some reason the app's not working right now, but it would show you can replace it with, go to on deck and replace it with that Sloop drink. Once it's replaced, I'm going to relaunch the app. After it's replaced, you go back to on now, and this little hamburger icon, we select sort by style. So if it is a different beer, you have it sorted by style, so on the beer menus it's a change. The last thing we're doing is we're going into the beer menu site, which is how our paper menus are displayed, but it's important to do this while we have it as well. You may see the page, you may see this page, you may not. The way we get to this, we have our menu modifiers. Similar idea, we have our available now, and we have our coming soon. So available now, we would go to the Sloop. Let's just boom. We can, down at the bottom here, once we select it, we can either move selected items or we can remove. What we'd really do, apologies, we would remove this item to get rid of it. Then we would come up to the coming soon part. We would select the beer we wanted. Let's pretend that, yeah, that's right. We're in the wrong one. Apologies. So we would be in our available now section. We would remove the 86th item. We would go to coming soon. We would select the one that we're replacing it with by selecting it, move selected items, and then we move the selected items to available now, and we click move items. They would show up. Once that's done, we're going to go into the cooler, change the keg, which will be in the separate video, and make sure we bring up the correct beer taps. Thank you.